We move through life often unaware of its subtle currents, but nature consistently speaks to us in a quiet language. For those who choose to listen, these gentle nudges can be deeply insightful. Have you begun to notice small visitors in your home? Perhaps a cockroach in a quiet corner, a spider diligently weaving its web, or a dark moth gracing your path. These beings are more than just a part of the scenery. The wisdom of nature is always present, offering reflections, but not all of us are attuned to its frequency. Some patterns may mirror a need for inner cleansing, while others point toward profound moments of transformation on the horizon. Are you overlooking a quiet invitation for growth? What is your life attempting to show you? Today, we will explore the quiet wisdom behind the presence of these creatures and what they might reveal about your inner journey. Stay with us, because this perspective could deeply shift how you perceive the world around you. If you are ready to open yourself to this deeper awareness, I invite you to declare your intention. Type, "I am listening to life's guidance," in the comments below to affirm this path. Chapter 1T. Nature's Messengers as Reflections. From a space of deep awareness, we understand that nothing is truly random. Life communicates in patterns, and often, the most profound insights are found in the most common of places, even in the presence of insects. To many, they are simply a part of the environment, arriving for biological reasons. But for those cultivating a deeper connection with life, their appearance can be seen as a mirror. Since ancient times, wisdom traditions have viewed these small beings as carriers of meaning. Some reflect the process of inner transformation, while others may signal a disharmony that needs our attention. The insight lies in recognizing that the recurring presence of certain insects can correspond with the subtle energy shifts happening within and around you. Consider this: why does a particular type of creature begin to appear in your space with unusual frequency? Cockroaches emerge from unseen places, ants march with relentless purpose, a dark moth lands softly on your window. This is often a reflection of your own inner state, or an invitation to become aware of the energies you are surrounded by. Insects are deeply connected to their environment. They are sensitive to the subtle shifts we might not consciously register. An accumulation of stagnant energy, for instance, might be mirrored by the presence of creatures that thrive in decay. A period of profound internal change, however, could be reflected by the visit of a butterfly, a symbol of metamorphosis. But how do you differentiate between a simple coincidence and a meaningful reflection? The key is in gentle observation and context. A single insect appearing randomly may hold little significance. However, when one appears repeatedly, in unusual locations, or at moments of deep contemplation, it is an invitation to pause and reflect. Life may be offering you a perspective that your conscious mind has not yet grasped. To better understand this silent language, let's explore the common creatures that appear in our homes and the gentle wisdom each may be offering. Starting with one that often evokes discomfort, the cockroach. If they have begun to show up, prepare yourself not for a warning, but for a profound opportunity for inner purification. Chapter 2a. The Insight of the Cockroach. Few creatures bring about a reaction as strong as the cockroach. It appears from the shadows, thrives in forgotten spaces, and displays a remarkable resilience. But on a deeper level, its presence can point to something more significant than physical cleanliness. For those on a path of awareness, the cockroach mirrors a very specific energetic state. It is drawn to environments where stagnation has accumulated, and this applies not just to the physical world, but to our inner landscape as well. If you have noticed cockroaches appearing repeatedly, especially during times when you feel mentally heavy, uninspired, or surrounded by draining situations, observe this with compassion. It may be a clear sign that a purification is needed within your own space of being. Often, we journey through phases where an unseen weight seems to settle upon us, as if something is diminishing our inner light. This can be the result of holding onto old thought patterns, unresolved emotions, or surrounding ourselves with disharmony. The cockroach can appear as a physical mirror, to this internal clutter. It acts as a gentle indicator that there is something within your experience that needs to be cleansed and released. The manner of their appearance also offers insight. A single cockroach could be a quiet nudge to be more mindful of your energy, but if they begin appearing more frequently, it may suggest that the inner stagnation is becoming more present, asking for your gentle attention. So, what is the mindful response when cockroaches appear? The first step is to tend to your inner home as much as your outer one. Practices like mindfulness and meditation, alongside removing yourself from toxic environments, are essential to prevent this heavy energy from taking root. But cockroaches are not the only messengers. Another quiet visitor may be sharing an even more intricate piece of wisdom: the spider. If it has been appearing frequently, it is wise to pay attention, because its lesson can be truly transformative. Chapter 3. The Wisdom of the Spider. If there is a creature that embodies profound symbolism, it is the spider. Unlike the cockroach, which mirrors the energy of stagnation, the spider offers a more complex reflection, often related to the intricate patterns and cycles in our lives that we need to observe. Have you ever felt caught in a recurring situation, as if you are moving but getting nowhere, held by threads you cannot see? When spiders begin to appear more often, it could be an invitation to look at the invisible patterns you are weaving in your own life. Spiders are masters of patient creation. They spin their webs with intention, building a world from within themselves. On an inner level, this can mirror the mental and emotional structures we create. These can be repetitive thoughts that trap us, limiting beliefs, or relationships that appear safe but are actually restricting our growth. For a person on a path of growth, the recurring presence of a spider is an invitation to become more aware of these self-created realities. It is a call to examine your connections and to gently untangle yourself from destructive cycles. Here is a detail to consider. The place where the spider appears can offer a clue about the area of life that needs your awareness. If one appears in your personal sanctuary, your bedroom, it might suggest that something is influencing your rest and your deeper states of being. If it is near the entrance of your home, it could be a reminder to be more intentional about the energies you allow into your life. So, what should you do? Perhaps it's time to look deeply at your life's design. Are there cycles ready to be completed? Connections that need to be released? Is there something you feel is holding you back? The spider can reflect a feeling of being trapped, but it is also a powerful symbol of creativity and self-mastery. With awareness, you can use this reflection as an opportunity to become the conscious weaver of your own destiny. If these ideas about life's subtle messages resonate with your own journey, perhaps you will find a sense of connection in our community of shared awareness. We invite you to walk this path with us by subscribing, and if this perspective has served you, share it so it may support others. Chapter 4. The Mystery of the Dark Moth. Of all the creatures that may enter our homes, few carry the quiet power and symbolism of the dark moth. Different from the cockroach or the spider, which reflect states of being that need cleansing or examination, the dark moth carries a message of profound, unavoidable transformation. Since the dawn of time, many cultures have seen the moth as a guide through the mysteries of change and the passage between worlds. Some traditions see it as a symbol of endings, not necessarily of a physical life, but of a cycle, a deep internal shift that is ready to occur. For those who embrace a path of constant evolution, this sign is a powerful affirmation. If you have seen a dark moth enter your home or land near you, be still and prepare for change. It may mean a great turning point is approaching. It could be a new direction in your life, an even deeper spiritual opening, or the clear need to move on from people and situations that no longer align with your path. But here is an essential element. How do you feel when you see this creature? A sense of resistance may suggest that a change is needed, but that a part of you is not yet ready to let go. A feeling of peace or wonder, however, may be a sign that the transformation is not only necessary, but deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. The timing of its appearance is also significant. If you are moving through a period of uncertainty, questioning, or emotional transition, the moth may be a confirmation that a shift is not only coming, but required. Nature is reminding you that resistance is futile. A new season is arriving, and the more you hold on to what has been, the more challenging the transition will feel. And here is a beautiful insight. Some people report that after an encounter with a moth, they experience more vivid dreams or a stronger connection to their intuition. This is because this creature symbolizes the journey into the unknown and can herald a deepening of your connection with the unseen. If a dark moth has visited you, reflect what in your life is ready to be transformed. What are you holding on to that is asking to be released? Chapter 50, The Unseen Lesson of the Fly. The fly may seem to be a common, almost trivial part of daily existence, but for one who is walking a path of awareness, its presence can signify far more than a simple annoyance. Unlike the moth, which carries messages of transformation, or the spider, which mirrors the webs we weave, the fly offers a more immediate insight. It reflects disharmonious energy. These creatures are naturally drawn to places of decay and discord, and this holds true on an energetic level as well. When they begin appearing repeatedly without a clear cause, it's an invitation to pay attention. Even if your space is physically clean, their presence can indicate that there is an invisible, yet disruptive energy accumulating around you. For the mindful individual, this can mean many things: internal conflict, unresolved arguments with those close to you, or simply being in an environment that is emotionally charged. If you've started to notice flies appearing with persistence, it's helpful to observe a few factors. First, your own inner state. Have you been feeling more agitated, weary, or burdened lately? The flies may simply be mirroring this heavy energy, suggesting a need to tend to your inner peace. Another important point is the harmony of your environment. If your home has been a space of frequent tension or unspoken resentment, this can create an atmosphere of energetic discord that attracts these insects. Also, consider the energy of those who enter your space. Some people carry heavy emotional burdens, leaving energetic traces where they go, and this could be a reason for their sudden appearance. In any case, the invitation is not to fear, but to cleanse. Their presence simply calls for your attention to an area of imbalance. In these situations, it is essential to restore harmony to your environment through mindful practices. Cultivating peace, practicing forgiveness, and speaking with intention are all powerful forms of energy cleansing. Chapter 60, Ants and the Flow of Life Force. Ants may seem like harmless, diligent creatures appearing in search of sustenance. But for the person who is observing life closely, their overwhelming presence can offer an insight into something far more personal: the scattered flow of your own life force. Unlike flies, which mirror a disharmonious environment, ants can reflect how you are directing your energy, sometimes suggesting that your focus is being pulled in too many directions without you realizing it. If recently you've noticed ants appearing in unusual places, not just near food, but on personal items, in the quiet corners of a room, or even near where you rest, pause and consider. Their presence might be linked to your own mental state, one that is overextended, weakened by endless tasks, or blocked from its true purpose. This is because ants symbolize immense discipline, collective focus, and constant activity. On an inner level, they can represent a mind that is always working, an invisible network of worries, responsibilities, and external demands that connect to you. And what is most fascinating, many people on a path of growth report that during times of major life decisions or inner shifts, ants suddenly appear without a logical reason. They can be a mirror for a life that has become too busy, where external pressures are draining your energy so you cannot move forward with clarity. This can stem from chaotic environments, objects that carry stressful energy, or simply from mental habits that scatter your focus. If ants have started appearing without a clear purpose and in great numbers, it is an invitation to reclaim and protect your energy. Beyond physical order, spiritual and mental order are key. Centering practices like meditation can help quiet the mind. It is also a powerful practice to maintain a high state of awareness, letting go of negative thought loops and sealing the energetic gaps that may be allowing your life force to drain away. And now I ask you, have any of these small creatures appeared frequently in your space? Have you ever felt a deeper message in their presence? Share your perspective in the comments, because your story can offer insight to others who are learning to read life's gentle signs. Chapter 7. Your response to life's call. The signs of life are all around us, but we do not always pause to listen. For the individual walking a path of awareness, nothing is merely a coincidence. When creatures such as moths, spiders, cockroaches, flies, or ants begin appearing in your home repeatedly, it can be a clear invitation to examine an imbalance. Whether it's a quiet communication from the world around you, a reflection of disruptive energies in your life, or simply the physical result of an inner state, everything holds the potential for meaning. The important thing is not to meet these signs with fear, but with curiosity. If you have noticed an increase in the presence of these insects without a logical reason, take a moment to also look at your own energy, your thoughts, and the company you keep. Are you absorbing the stress of others? Does your own spirit need nourishment? Or perhaps it is time to create distance from environments and people whose energy no longer aligns with yours. Maintaining a clear space, both physically and energetically, is essential. Practices of mindfulness, prayer, intentional energy work, and the constant cultivation of a peaceful mind can make all the difference. Remember, those on a path of awareness are constantly invited to grow and are observed by life itself, but they also hold immense power to bring their own inner world into harmony. Now that you understand what these signs may reflect, the question remains, are you ready to respond with awareness? Life does not offer reflections without reason. If these creatures appear with persistence, it's not a mere accident. It is an invitation to look more deeply at what is happening in your life and within your own heart. How you respond to these reflections can determine your next step on your spiritual journey. You can ignore them and continue on as before, or you can recognize them as part of a larger conversation with life and begin to act with intention to align your energy with your highest purpose. Tending to your inner world is not about pushing away the negative, but about lovingly cultivating the positive. Connecting with your core being, strengthening your inner peace, and maintaining practices that elevate your awareness are fundamental to moving forward with grace, unswayed by external disharmony. The most important truth to remember is that you have the power to shift your inner reality. No chaotic energy can touch you if your own spirit is calm and centered. No external challenge can overwhelm you if you know how to protect your peace. No obstacle can hold you back if you are aware of your inner strength and your purpose. If you feel inspired to continue this path of self-discovery and to cultivate a life rooted in deep awareness, consider this a commitment to your own growth. By subscribing to our channel, you affirm your dedication to walking this journey with intention. Thank you for sharing this space with us.